Hakemans here, Supply Chain Dynamics Chapter 7, Sysdea Gameplay 6, Postponements and Slippages. We now try to see if we can improve the behavior of this project within some of the key constraints by doing something not that in the real world the managers did. What in the real world happened is that we had both postponements of tasks from the current stage to the next stage as a result of not being able to finish on time. And if you wanted to meet the quality gate, then you have to make sure that all the tasks you said you would do in this stage would actually move to the next, would be completed. So smart to move them to the next stage. And also to delay the start. Let's add a comparison run here where we take the postponement and say, well, we won't have any postponements of task to the next stage. Let's do it a bit quicker. And what happens? And then nothing different till end of stage 1, but then in stage 1 you already see that well, there is this postponement rate is 0, the same up here in the postponement rate to stage 3. That leads to a surprising result, because if you look at the end, what counts is how much work needs to be done in stage 3, and you see that that's less. It's less, although stage 3 starts later, which you can see quite clearly from here, and the blue line makes it start up here. We can also look up here in the numbers. You see in the base case, the first work, the first changes start to occur. This is extra work coming up in week 69, but the real work that becomes less is week 85. In this scenario, there is no addition of tasks, but we start 3 or 4 weeks later with actually doing work. So we start later, but there's less work to be done. And you also see that the work in stage 1 continues for a longer time. So there are some technical demands on concurrency, the degree to which you can actually start the next stage while continuing to work on the previous stage. Same is true up here. There is this period in which we continue to work. We do less in stage 2 because there is no postponement from work from stage 1. But we keep at it for a longer time. If you add to this the scenario where we do both, you have both a postponement, no postponements and no schedule slippages, then the effect is even reinforced. We now see that we have, again, we start on time, but there's a considerable amount of work that still needs to be done after stage 2 starts. The same is true in stage 2 itself. Start sooner, but well into stage 3 we need to do some work. And in stage 3 we also start sooner, do less. Why do we do less? Well, we need more capacity for the 2 other cases, stages. So you see that the capacity allocated to stage 3 is smaller. But then again, the amount of work that has to be done in stage 3 is also smaller, because all the work stays in the stage that it was originally intended to stay. So the net result of all this is that at the end of the project, in both cases the project does not complete fully, but you see that there are some almost 100 tasks extra being done before the project is really finished. At around week 140 still. So this is an improvement. We get more done. If this is technically feasible or not, I guess so, but you'd have to see. But anyway, the main point is that what seemed to be a really good short-term fix, which is to postpone work and to delay the next stage, in the long run turns out to be a decision trap. In fact, the long run effects are negative of something which you would hope was positive in the short run. Let's see if we can do some more smart things rather than not so smart.